championship is at least a share of it right now.
Yeah, at least a share, and you know we're a little greedy. We don't want that. We want it solely. So we've got one more week that we got to prepare. It's going to be a quick week. Turn around and play on Thursday. Hopefully our guys are going to be ready. We got a lot of guys. Again today we had 4 tackles into this ball game, and 2 of them went out with injuries. So we're awfully banged up, and we got to get healed up in a quick hurry this week to play really good West Alabama team on Thursday night.
Your defense was once again outstanding, forced a lot of turnovers. Thoughts on your defense?
Well, our defense is playing great football right now, and I think they gave up that first drive in the ball game that they ended up getting a field goal on, and then pretty much shut them down the rest of the way. They had a couple of big plays here and there. The late score that they had was against a lot of backups, a lot of JV guys. Those guys got to play a little bit better. They understand that, but they still had their starters in, and we had our backups in. And they still played well. They were still fighting hard. They just gave up the big play on the throw, and then held them to three times before they ever got in the end zone there late. So proud of those guys, even though they did give up the score.
Stevie Harden has 8 interceptions. He's your leading scorer as well. He gets into him.
Well, he's a playmaker for us, and we're young at wide receiver. We're hurt at wide receiver, especially with Gerald Ford still out. So we had to find a guy that could come in and be a playmaker for us, and we felt that Stevie Harden was that type of guy. When he gets the ball in his hands, he's hard to tackle. And so, I don't know if we'll continue to expand that package. We probably will, but we've got to find ways to get our ball in the hands of playmakers, and he's one of them.
You tried to get him 2 touchdowns, and you got him the one. You talk about the pass and that run for him?
Yeah, well, we had a couple other plays that we had in for him that didn't run, but we felt like he had an opportunity to get by a lot of guys and go deep, and he almost made a great adjustment on the catch in the end zone. And I think if he had played more wide receiver throughout the time, his time here, he probably would have been able to adjust and make that catch. But he gave us an opportunity to make a big play there, just although he didn't come down with it.
You guys had over 250 yards rushing today, or over 200. Thoughts on your running game? You guys just ran right down the field.
Well, yeah, we felt like that's what we were going to have to do going into this ball game. We were going to have to run the football to be successful, especially with the guys that we got out wide that are hurt. And our offensive line did a good job. They lined up and they took the fight to those guys. And that's a very good defense. It's a very good defensive front that they have, and I think it was a lot of battling that was going on between the defensive and offensive fronts, and I was proud of our guys to be able to knock a couple of holes and for us to be able to run the ball.
What's the short week with West Alabama do? What's your guys' schedule look like with that short week coming up?
Well, we got to turn around and practice again tomorrow night. Unfortunately, we got to go pretty quick. We'll practice tomorrow night. We'll practice Monday and Tuesday, and then we'll load up Wednesday morning and head to Tuscaloosa, Alabama, and work out at the University of Alabama and spend the night in Tuscaloosa, and then we'll go the next day to Livingston, play the game Thursday night.
How nice was it in the fourth quarter to look at the scoreboard and see like a 31-3 lead, something different?
It was nice. It was nice because we got a lot of guys out. That's one of the reasons that we're so banged up is we've had so many people having to play 60 minutes every time. With the exception of the Newberry game early in the year, we've had to play for 60 minutes, and today we didn't have to do that. We were able to get some guys in there late, get some of the other guys out, and that was big for us to be able to do that and not make them take 75 and 80 snaps in a ball game.
With Delta State and Catawba and Carson Newman going down today and your win, do you think that's at least got you in the playoffs?
Well, I thought today we had a good opportunity to solidify our position to be in the playoffs again. You never know what's going to happen in the committee when they go in. I know this, if we win next week at West Alabama, there's no doubt. We've got to be in, and hopefully we're going to hang on to that number 2 seed. But I think that it did nothing but help our chances today. So Delta lost.
But are you sure they were